Who do you want to be when no one is watching? Not the mask you wear for others, but the real you, raw, honest, and unfiltered. The truth is, inside you is a power waiting to be claimed, a strength so fierce that it can change your life entirely. Most people never tap into it because they get trapped in routines, fears, and doubts that weigh them down. They settle for comfort, excuses, and the illusion of safety. But what if you refuse to settle? What if you chose to be different, to rise above the noise and become the person you've always admired from afar? That is what it means to be that guy, the one who breaks free from limitations, the one who pushes through pain, the one who doesn't just dream but acts relentlessly. This is not about perfection. It's about showing up every day, ready to face the struggle and keep moving forward. It's about claiming ownership of your life in a way that shakes your very foundation. Because deep down, you already know you are meant for more. You can feel it, the restless energy, the dissatisfaction with being average, the hunger for something greater. That feeling is a gift. It's a call to wake up from the fog of mediocrity and live with intention and courage, to live the kind of life that demands respect, not because of titles or money, but because of who you are inside. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a fire so bright it burns away doubt. Imagine the freedom of walking a path chosen by no one else but you, the power to create, to build, to rise. It's all within your grasp. But here's the thing, no one will hand it to you. No one will come and give you permission to be extraordinary. You must reach for it. You must decide right now that you are done with excuses, done with waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions. The moment is now. The choice is yours. And the reward? It's beyond anything you can imagine. When you become that guy, you no longer live a life dictated by fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. You step into a version of yourself that is confident, unstoppable, and authentic. You become a force that inspires those around you, even if you never say a word. People will notice. Doors will open. But more importantly, you will finally feel the peace that comes from living true to your purpose. That peace is priceless. It's what makes every struggle worth it. So if you are listening right now, take this as your challenge. Don't settle for less than who you are capable of becoming. This journey will not be easy. It will test you in ways you can't predict. But every step forward strengthens you. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you redefine what is possible. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you will see that becoming that guy is not just a dream, it's a choice. A choice you can make today. A choice that will change everything. And once you decide there's no turning back, the man you are meant to be is waiting. Will you answer the call? Fear is not your enemy. It's the signal telling you that you are on the edge of something important. Every hesitation, every doubt, every sleepless night, these are not weaknesses to hide from. They are markers of growth. The part inside you that trembles is the part that's alive, ready to break through limits you once believed were fixed. Understand this, the mind is wired to protect you from pain and discomfort. It wants to keep you safe, locked in familiar routines and easy choices. But safety is a prison disguised as comfort. To become that guy, you must step beyond the walls of comfort, even when your body screams to retreat. Courage doesn't mean you don't feel fear. Courage means you act in spite of it. It means meeting that fear, looking it in the eye, and refusing to let it control your path. Every great change starts with this battle inside, the war between who you are now and who you could be. The difference is how you respond. You can let fear freeze you in place, or you can use it as fuel to propel yourself forward. When doubt whispers that you're not enough, answer with the truth that your potential is greater than your past failures. That voice of insecurity is loud, but it's not real. It's just a story your mind tells, a story that can be rewritten every day you choose to rise. This is where transformation begins, in the refusal to surrender to the lies you've been told about yourself. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the doorway to strength. When you embrace your fears instead of running, you unlock a power that no obstacle can take away. This is science and spirit combined. The human brain reshapes itself when pushed, when challenged, when forced out of complacency. The discomfort you feel is the process of growth. Lean into it. Let it burn away old limitations. Realize that pain is temporary, but the strength it builds is permanent. The scars you carry are not signs of defeat, but badges of honor. They remind you that you survived, that you fought, that you became more. And as you face this inner battle, remember, it's not about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to move forward while afraid. You will stumble, you will question yourself, you will want to give up, but each time you choose to fight, you build a muscle that no setback can break. That muscle is resilience, and it is the cornerstone of who that guy is. He is not perfect. He is human, scarred, sometimes broken, but never defeated. Your fears will try to convince you to quit, but you were made for more. You were made to push harder, to stand taller, and to keep moving no matter what. The battle inside is where your real strength is forged. Own it, face it, let it transform you, because the only thing standing between you and the man you want to be is your willingness to fight for him. When you choose courage over comfort, you begin to rewrite your story, from someone who waited for life to happen to someone who makes life happen. This is the turning point. This is where fear becomes your greatest ally and you become unstoppable. Every day you wake up, you stand at a crossroads, the one between action and comfort, between growth and stagnation. The world doesn't hand out success or greatness like candy. It is earned through relentless effort, through choices made not in moments of ease, but in the silent battles of everyday life. Being that guy means embracing the grind, the quiet, often invisible work that shapes who you are. It's in the waking up early when your body screams to stay in bed. It's in the extra hour spent sharpening your skills when the world distracts you with noise and shortcuts. This consistency, this daily commitment, is the secret no one talks about. The brain is a machine built to follow patterns. It craves routine and resists change, but it is also the most adaptable organ in your body. When you take small, deliberate actions every day, you send a powerful message to your mind and body. You are becoming stronger, more disciplined, more capable. These actions don't need to be grand or dramatic. They can be as simple as choosing focus over distraction, integrity over convenience, persistence over quitting. Every choice rewires your identity little by little, shaping how you see yourself and how others see you. Your habits are the foundation upon which your future is built. Without them, dreams remain distant illusions. With them, your goals become inevitable. When you rise with purpose, when you push through resistance, you begin to embody the person you want to be. That shift from trying to becoming is the most powerful transformation there is. It's not about waiting for motivation or perfect conditions. Motivation is fleeting, discipline is forever. That guy doesn't rely on fleeting feelings or luck. He builds his life through repeated, intentional actions taken, even when the excitement fades, even when the pain settles in. This is how momentum is created. This momentum makes you unstoppable. It creates a force field around your goals that repels doubt and fear. You become the architect of your own destiny, designing every day with purpose and precision. It's a slow burn, but one that eventually ignites into a blaze of unstoppable confidence and achievement. This process rewires your brain's reward system. Instead of chasing instant gratification, you start to crave growth, effort, and the satisfaction that comes from mastery. You stop fearing the hard work because you know it's the path to freedom. Each small victory, no matter how invisible it may seem, adds layers to your confidence and resilience. This is the quiet revolution inside you. The daily grind is where the real work happens, away from applause and recognition. It's where you prove to yourself that you can be better, that you deserve more, that you will never settle. The man who conquers his daily habits conquers himself. He no longer waits for the world to hand him success. He earns it with every disciplined choice. This is the essence of being that guy. It's not a moment, it's a lifestyle, a commitment to yourself that no obstacle, no failure, no voice of doubt can break. When you master your days, you master your life. And once that happens, nothing is out of reach. Who you surround yourself with shapes who you become. Energy is contagious, and the company you keep either lifts you higher or drags you down. That guy understands this instinctively. He chooses his circle not based on convenience or comfort, but on the strength it gives him. People who challenge him, push him, and demand more than mediocrity. Because when you are surrounded by those who dream small, settle early, or doubt endlessly, their limitations become your prison. You start to shrink without even realizing it. But when you walk among those who rise every day with fire in their hearts and refuse to settle, you catch that fire too. It ignites a hunger inside you that can't be put out. Science shows how deeply peer influence affects our mindset and behavior. The brain mirrors the habits, attitudes, and beliefs of those closest to us. This means your environment is not just a backdrop. It's a powerful force shaping your identity. If you want to be stronger, faster, more disciplined, you must step into spaces where those qualities are alive and breathing. Toxicity and negativity breed doubt and fear. They whisper lies about your worth and potential. That guy cuts these voices off by choosing people who believe in effort, growth, and resilience. But this choice is not always easy. It means saying no to old friends who no longer serve your vision. It means letting go of comfort and security in favor of challenge and discomfort. It means creating boundaries that protect your growth like armor. The result is a transformation so profound it touches every part of your life. Suddenly your dreams feel possible because the people around you expect nothing less. Their energy fuels your ambition, their standards raise yours, and their belief in themselves becomes a mirror reflecting your own potential. This is not about perfection or competition. It's about mutual elevation. When you lift others, you rise too. When you refuse to settle for less in your circle, you create a network of strength that supports you through every trial and setback. This invisible support becomes a source of courage on days when your own resolve falters. It is the safety net beneath your leaps of faith. But even more than support, it is the reminder of what is possible. When you see others breaking barriers, you realize you can do it too. When you witness discipline, resilience, and courage in action, it rewires your brain to believe those qualities are within your reach. This belief is the seed of transformation. It pushes you to act when hesitation tries to freeze you. It pushes you to speak when silence tries to dominate. It pushes you to fight when surrender seems easier. This is how identity shifts happen, through the people we choose to allow into our lives. You are not alone in your fight to become that guy. Your circle either holds you back or pulls you forward. Choose wisely. Protect your energy. Surround yourself with those who demand your best and give you no excuses, because when your environment aligns with your ambition, your potential becomes limitless. You start to embody the man you are meant to be, confident, unstoppable, relentless, the man who doesn't just survive but thrives. And this man starts with the company he keeps. Failure will knock you down. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't care about your plans or your dreams. But what defines you is not the fall, it's how you rise. Every setback, every mistake, every moment you feel like giving up is an opportunity to build strength that no success can teach. When you become that guy, you learn that failure is not the end. It is a necessary part of the journey. It is the fire that forges resilience and sharpens your resolve. Your brain records every challenge and every recovery. The pain of failure imprints itself deeply, but with each recovery, your mind rewires itself to endure more, to push further. This is how true grit is built, by refusing to let failure define you. Instead, you define failure by what you do after it hits. The world doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence. The man who stumbles but gets back up with fierce determination stands taller than the one who never falls but also never tries. There is a power in embracing the hard truth. Falling is inevitable. Staying down is optional. When you face this truth, you reclaim control. You turn failure from a sentence into a lesson. Each scar, each bruise, each painful memory becomes a badge of honor, a symbol of your fight. Your past failures do not disqualify you. They prepare you. They teach you more about your strength than any victory ever could. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, where risk and uncertainty live. To become that guy, you must learn to lean into discomfort. You must welcome the challenge, knowing it stretches you beyond what you thought possible. Fear of failure is the cage that traps so many, but courage is the key that unlocks the door. With every attempt, every effort, no matter the outcome, you gain momentum, you gain knowledge, you gain a deeper belief in yourself. This belief is not fragile, it's forged in the fires of adversity. It carries you through the darkest nights and the loneliest battles. When you realize failure is simply feedback, you start to experiment with your limits, to innovate your approach, and to persist with unshakable faith. You stop fearing the fall because you know how to get back up. This cycle creates a momentum so powerful it carries you past doubt, past fear, past the voices that want you to quit. This momentum shapes your identity. You become the man who doesn't break under pressure but grows stronger because of it. You become unstoppable because your resilience outpaces every obstacle. You begin to see setbacks as temporary detours, not dead ends. This mindset is the cornerstone of transformation. It separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The difference between those who dream and those who do. When you embrace failure as the path forward, you unlock a deep, relentless drive that no hardship can extinguish. That drive will carry you through every trial, every hardship, every moment when giving up seems easier. It will remind you who you are, the man who fights, who perseveres, who rises. You were made to overcome. You were made to be that guy. And no failure, no matter how big, can take that away from you. Every vision begins as a flicker, a small, fragile image of who you want to become. But this flicker holds immense power. It pulls you forward when everything around you tells you to stop. It's the magnetic force that shapes your decisions, fuels your actions, and aligns your energy. To be that guy means to hold this vision clearly, vividly, and without apology. It means waking up each day with your future self in mind, the man you're determined to become no matter the obstacles. Your brain responds to this vision with undeniable strength. When you see yourself succeeding, when you feel that success deeply in your mind and body, you ignite the neural pathways that make it real. Visualization is not wishful thinking. It is a scientific tool for transformation. It rewires your motivation and sharpens your focus. The clearer your vision, the stronger your drive. This man you imagine is confident, disciplined, resilient, and relentless. He is someone who refuses to quit, who stands tall in the face of adversity, who commands respect, not because of his status, but because of his unwavering commitment to himself. Holding this image is a daily act of rebellion against doubt and fear. It is a refusal to let the small voice inside that says you can't win. It's a commitment to act as if you already are the man you want to be, even when you feel far from it. This alignment between your vision and your actions creates unstoppable momentum. Your mind begins to filter your choices through the lens of who you want to become. You start to make decisions that protect and build that identity. You stop tolerating distractions that pull you off course. You begin to move with purpose and clarity. When challenges arise, and they will, your vision anchors you. It reminds you why the struggle matters. It keeps your fire alive when motivation fades and exhaustion sets in. Without this vision, the grind becomes meaningless. With it, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. This vision also creates a powerful emotional connection to your future. It taps into your deepest desires and values, creating a sense of meaning that transcends temporary pleasure or pain. This is what pushes you beyond limits, beyond fear, beyond the temptation to quit. It is the emotional fuel that sustains transformation. But vision alone is not enough. It requires faith, a deep belief that this future is not just possible, but inevitable. You must trust your ability to grow, to overcome, and to become. This faith creates resilience. It keeps you moving forward, even when the road is long and uncertain. The man who sees clearly where he is going and believes in his path is unstoppable. He lives with an intensity that shakes the world around him. This vision is your blueprint, your compass, your guiding star. It calls you to rise above circumstances, to reject limitation, and to step fully into your potential. When you hold this vision close, you become more than a dreamer. You become a creator. You take the invisible and make it real. You become that guy. The choice to become that guy is yours, right here, right now. No one else will hand you this power or make this decision for you. It lives inside you, waiting to be claimed, waiting to be acted upon. The difference between those who dream and those who do is the moment they stop waiting and start stepping forward. You may have waited for the right time, the right sign, the right conditions, but there will never be a perfect moment. Life will always throw challenges, doubts, and distractions in your path. Waiting only delays the inevitable, the need to act. To become that guy means to decide without hesitation that your future self matters more than your present fears. It means understanding that every second spent hesitating is a second lost in becoming who you were meant to be. This decision is the most powerful act of self-love you can make. It breaks chains of doubt and excuses. It opens doors to possibilities you may not even see yet. You must step out of the role of victim or bystander and into the role of creator and warrior. Every choice you make from this point forward is a vote for the man you want to become. This is the moment when excuses lose their grip, when comfort loses its appeal, when courage rises to take its place. Choosing to be that guy means embracing responsibility for your life, your emotions, your actions, and your growth. It means no longer blaming circumstances or others for where you are. It means owning your story fully and rewriting the chapters you want to change. This ownership is not easy. It demands honesty, humility, and relentless effort. But it also brings freedom, the freedom to design your life, to set your standards, and to hold yourself accountable to them without apology. When you make this choice, you tap into a source of energy that propels you beyond limits you once thought fixed. It fuels your resilience on hard days and your focus when distractions scream. The man who decides to be that guy becomes a force of nature. He no longer waits for motivation because his purpose drives him. He no longer fears failure because his commitment surpasses it. This decision is a seed planted deep within, growing stronger every time you nurture it with action and belief. No one else can live your life or fight your battles. The responsibility and privilege are yours alone. To hesitate is to deny the potential burning inside you. To choose now is to align your mind, heart, and soul with a destiny greater than comfort or fear. This choice reverberates through every area of your life, transforming relationships, work, and self-worth. It creates a ripple effect that reaches far beyond you. The power to become that guy is not reserved for a few lucky individuals. It is available to anyone willing to take ownership and act with courage. The question is not if you can do it, it's if you will. If you are ready to break free from limitation and claim your place among the relentless, then the time is now. Step forward, choose courage, choose growth, choose yourself, because the man you want to be is waiting for you to say yes. And once you do, there is no turning back. Your life is shaped by the choices you make every single day. Each decision either builds the man you want to become or pulls you further away from him. To be that guy means to take control of these choices with intention and unwavering commitment. It means refusing to let distractions, doubts, or excuses steal your future. The power is in your hands. Every morning you have the chance to reset, to realign, to move closer to your highest self. This is where discipline becomes your greatest ally. Discipline is not punishment or restriction, it is freedom. Freedom from chaos, from indecision, from the endless loop of what-ifs. When you choose discipline, you create order in your life, clarity in your mind, and strength in your character. It is the bridge between dreams and reality. The man who masters his habits masters his destiny. Your brain craves habits because they save energy and create predictability. But these habits can either imprison you in mediocrity or liberate you toward greatness. The difference lies in the choices you make every day. Small, consistent actions repeated over time compound into unstoppable momentum. This is the quiet power behind every successful man. The ability to show up when it's hard, to keep going when motivation fades, to say no when temptation calls. Being that guy means honoring your commitments, especially the ones made to yourself. It means standing firm when others waver. It means pushing through resistance not once, but every single day. This daily grind is where real transformation lives. It is not glamorous or exciting. It is often lonely and challenging. But it is here, in the repetition of good choices, that your identity is forged. You become a man who doesn't just want success, but deserves it. A man who understands that greatness is not a sudden event, but a slow burn fueled by persistence. When you commit to discipline, you send a message to your subconscious that you respect yourself enough to do what it takes. This rewires your mindset, shifting your focus from short-term pleasure to long-term fulfillment. The temporary discomfort of discipline becomes the foundation for lasting confidence and peace. Every time you resist the urge to quit, you build resilience. Every time you choose action over procrastination, you strengthen your willpower. This creates a cycle of growth that no external obstacle can break. Being that guy means you stop waiting for motivation to strike and instead become your own source of motivation. You cultivate a mindset that thrives on progress, no matter how small. This mindset carries you through doubt, fatigue, and setbacks. It reminds you daily why you started and what you are fighting for. Discipline becomes a form of respect. Respect for your dreams, your potential, and your future. It is the silent force that turns intention into achievement. This power is within you now. Every habit you form, every choice you make, is a step closer to the man you see in your mind's eye. Embrace the grind, own your decisions. Because this is how you become that guy, the man who stands firm, moves forward, and never settles.